Welcome back, everyone. Derch here, and I'm having a day. But I am going to cover the Nemesis. So, typically I go and kill the first mob and then talk about the gun. But being in water helps show off this gun and what it does. So I'm going to demonstrate the gun right now. So, you saw when I shot there, there's fire and shock. Now that was just fire there. There's fire and shock. So this is a multi-element gun. The Nemesis was also in Borderlands 1, and it was similar. But in Borderlands 1, I believe it was Hyperion, and now it's Dahl. So I have two of them here. I have... sorry, I'm coming down with a cold. One with an anointment and one without. Now, one thing I realized, because this is the third take of this video I've had to do, I'm annoyed at myself right now. When I ADS with this thing, I go to this mode, but it's got a jump to it I don't like, so I actually just prefer hip firing it. And if I switch to semi-auto, I can use the scope, which is better for long range. But it's semi-auto, which I don't love. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave one in burst, one in semi, and just swap when I want to ADS. Yeah, so I was recording the first one, and I got about halfway through the map, and I realized I didn't have my pet equipped because I was just doing another video the other day with the save, and I unspec'd for some of the testing you guys probably saw, and because of that, I was just off on things, and I had it in mayhem. So with that, uh-oh, that guy got me. I don't like getting too much fear on me with this gun. So then I went back to Sanctuary and respect, but then I just went into this map and I started doing it again. I got through the first mob that was there, but then I realized the enemies weren't respecting because I didn't save and quit like a dumbass. So yeah, I just saved and quit, and now this is my third take of the same video. And in Mayhem 3, I don't remember what the modifiers were, because I didn't really look at it. But, it did really well. So multi-element guns are kind of cool. They're never, like, min-max perfect, but, they are interesting, and they're kind of universal. So, why I kind of like them in this game is, unlike Borderlands 2, where 90% of the shields were tissue paper, other than the final DLC when they added some enemies with shields and maybe stalkers and a few bosses, you never really had to worry about shock damage in Borderlands 2. You could just use your fire gun for flesh enemies and burn right through it, or corrosive for the few loaders with a shield. You never really had to worry about shock damage. And in this gun, shields actually can thwart you. So it's nice to have some of these ones. Like the Alchemist is kind of in the same vein. Whoa. Where it's nice when you just have that gun, you can just kind of plow through everything with it and not have to worry, because the other thing is they go, okay, well, shields, man, in this game I'll use shock. Well, shock only does 50% damage to health in this game, so shock is not that neutral element. The one nice thing about that I do like is the kinetic, or non-elemental, as some of us call it, is finally the neutral element it should have been in Borderlands 2, which I do like. So I think that was an improvement. But these neutral element guns are kind of fun, because they kind of allow you to just say, screw it, I'm just going to shoot everything and I don't have to worry about it. Minus a little bit of armor. Which is weird that this thing has the corrosive muzzle flash, but I've only seen it do them to the fire and shock. I've been trying to watch it in these few videos. And so yeah, I'm seeing a lot of red and blue. Oh. And he should blow up. More guys left than I thought. But yeah, this thing is pretty good on crit. And this is not really an optimized build for it. In these videos, I have a build that's purposely neutral. Or it's kind of neutral. There's no such thing as neutral in Borderlands. Everything's got strengths and weaknesses, and that's just the nature of Borderlands. But I kind of have a no kill skill, just pretty vanilla build here. Now this thing has chewed through some ammo. When I did it in Mayhem, I kind of got past this part and I was down to like 100 ammo. But again, it's not an optimized build. Okay. That guy's gonna have to go. So yeah, this thing, semi-auto is not bad. And you guys know I like semi-auto, so. Alright. Take care of those guys. I think I'm just going to snipe this area if I can. Where is that guy? Too much visual pollution.
You are forgotten.
There he goes.
You there. How are your last breath?
I couldn't tell what I was shooting at there. So yeah, semi-auto is actually not bad with this thing. I don't know if this comes full auto. So I only have 2 of these and they both act the same way. So it's hard to tell if that's just the way luck had it or if that's the way the gun comes. I haven't seen too many people give this a lot of attention. I did try to look it up and I haven't seen any sources as a drop either. So sounds like it's another world drop. You guys notice that chanting kind of sounds like life tap in a way? Remember like that life tap chant in the background? It's different. It's also got like a Ghost in the Shell vibe, but yeah. Neither here nor there. We're just appreciating it. I don't know if that's supposed to be a call out to Maya or not with the soundtrack. So yeah, this thing's gonna eat through these guys pretty good because it does fire. Although this thing's not like a great dot gun on the card, the dots seem to do work. Yeah, I mean that worked pretty good there, but I'm just not a fan of it. Alright, do not want too much terror with a gun you want to crit with, which should be most guns, let's be honest. Ooh. Nope, nothing there. Alright. Well, he died to dots. So you saw my point. Alright, these 2 guys and Chupa. Yeah, there's just something I do not... Something just feels off about the ADS. So, in that case, took too many shots, I think, to get him. I think this thing could use a little bit of love. There was a good example of the shock damage. Again, this is not an optimized build for it, but the amount of ammo I'm eating up and some of this stuff, it just feels like it could just use a little oomph. Not a lot, because I think if you build around it right, like I'm sure Amara can really make this thing shine, just like spread all those elements and all those dots. I think she would make the best use out of it. But, yeah, it just feels very just kind of okay.
I like your enthusiasm, Beast. Pocket ranks.
Beans has been stingy lately. Alright, heal my pet with my dots. But he's also getting hurt and healing. It's kind of funny. I enjoy doing that. Alright. I wonder if they altered his drop rate. Because for a while he was like 100% drop. Which I'm sure wasn't intended. Because no one else is. And now he seems to be a little more evened out. I didn't see any notes or anything, but... And sometimes RNG is just RNG, so I could just be thinking. I have no proof of that, so I should watch what I say. Take that as my correction. So yeah, basically I pulled this out because someone in the Borderlands...
I like you better dead.
The official Borderlands Discord, which I joined today because I thought I was in it, but I kind of just forgot about joining up to it, to be honest. So I hopped into that today and I was chatting with some folks, and someone mentioned that people are sleeping on this gun, so I decided to take it for a stroll. And so far, you know, I'm not unimpressed or let down, but I'm also not thoroughly impressed. But it's one of those guns that I think it's fun and it's cool. Like I said, I love the multi-element guns because they can just do so much. You know, the Alchemist has become a quick favorite of mine, especially just using a Mar to put corrosive on it and just having all three elements. This you can do the same thing, and that sounds pretty awesome. In fact, maybe this should be another gun in that build. Just in case I like get a little bit low on assault rifle damage, I can switch out to this and like do the same thing. Actually, that's a good idea. Oh, nice, loot one. All right, let's see. Where are you? Nice. Ooh, okay.
There. How are your last breaths going?
Is that another one? I thought he was a radiator for a second. This guy is dodging and weaving. Oh, nothing there. That's alright.
Just open up on this channel.
And where'd he go?
Damn.
Yeah, overall this is a very solid gun. Oh, I do not want that. Radio Nation rules the nation. That's radiation rules the nation. Little massive attack for you old trip-hop fans. You guys are all probably wondering, what the fuck am I talking about? This is Blue Lines, I believe. Good album, man. Good album.
The hunt sings.
Uh-oh. Now I'm just getting hit by that guy. Didn't matter. Okay. I'm gonna hit up a little bit of ammo here. Or get a lot out of like 2 boxes. That was sweet. The game felt me there. Not that there's a lot of enemies before Trant, but there's enough. Now I feel better. I do, yeah, God, that multi-element is sweet. So like I said, in Mayhem, this thing wasn't hitting as hard as you would expect, because it's Mayhem. It was still working just fine. I was just chewing through more ammo, but if I was... Oh, bullshit hit me. If I was built around it a little bit more, like I said, you can definitely get more out of it. And that kind of goes with all guns. You can just throw a gun in a build and see if it works, or you can build around that. So, and that's what I've been doing with some of my videos where I kind of retest them in Mayhem 3 with the Mara, because, you know, you guys do want to see that too. But then I kind of build around it and see what it can do. But every time we do that, people complain about the modifier. Oh, that modifier wasn't hard enough, or that modifier boosted the gun, or that modifier wasn't neutral enough. And another reason I don't like to test guns in Mayhem 3, because, like, someone is always going to have something to say about it, no matter what. It's just a lose, lose, lose. Okay. There we go. So you can kind of see where the DPS is solid, not fantastic, but yeah, he behaved really well for that one. He just looked at my pet and let me shoot him in the back. So yeah, pretty good run on the boss. Not the most impressive gun I've used, but damn solid. Again, I think Amara's gonna be the queen of it because, ooh, nice. I always like when I get new things. What was that? Was that a weapon trinket? I think kind of like the Alchemist, just chopper. I'm gonna check that out. I think adding corrosive to it is a way to just say I don't care and just chew through everything. Just kind of like I was doing the Alchemist the other day, and yeah, that's a fun way to do it. Oh my god, that's amazing. God, it's funny, like, weapon drinks are so tiny, you can kind of see it bouncing around there, but I really love them. I don't know why I love them so much, but I do. It's the dumbest thing. Usually I'm like not into that kind of thing, but for some reason I just see him dangling there and it makes me happy. I do wish they were a little bigger, a little more visible, but yeah, I'm still happy that they're here. It's the little things, you know? Alright. And let's just switch over to some gorillas, because people like to see that. Oh, whoops.
I want to see what your guts are.
I didn't realize I was on the wrong gun there. I'll get it back soon enough. But yeah, so when you get those guys that are like armor, shield, and everything, yeah, this is just going to chew through it. And there's just, like I said, there's something really nice about that, just not having to give any cares. Alright, that was pretty good. And another one. That was bad behavior. And I think I had fear on me or something. My aim was terrible. I mean, my aim, but the game's didn't seem right either. Alright, so that is it. That is the Nemesis. Take 3. I just had that day and I kept screwing up. Yeah, really solid pistol. think Amara gets the most out of it. I don't see anything too special with Moze on it. I don't see anything too special in Zane with it. But if you can add cryo to this, you are hitting 3 elements there, which is pretty fun. So maybe Zane will. And it shoots pretty fast, which is good for like some of Zane's stuff. I can see it being alright on him, but I think Amara turning it to Fire Shot Corrosive would really shine. Because you get those 3 element enemies, some of those badasses that have shield, armor, and health, and you just shoot them with this and tear through it. You're not swapping weapons or any of that stuff. You're just winning. And winning is fun, like Charlie Sheen said. Even though I don't think he was really winning when he was saying that stuff. Yeah, that's it for this video. So thanks for watching it. As always, I'll keep putting out these and more and all the kind of series I've been doing. Working through mechanics, continuing the Sheriff, which I should be doing one tomorrow. There's a Badger game coming on soon, Badger Basketball. I'm a big fan of that, so I'm going to watch that here, and I only have time for one video today. But if you guys have requests, let me know, because this was kind of, I don't know if it was actually requested or just a subtle hint, but I listened and I did it. I've got a lot of stuff to test, and I don't necessarily have an agenda of an order to test it in. So if you guys really want to see some stuff, tell me, because that's the same reason I did the Alchemist. Because someone, or a bunch of people kept telling me to check that gun out. So, if I have things in my backpack and you guys want to see them, let me know. It doesn't mean I'm going to get that one done, but I might. Who knows what I'll be in the mood for. So, that's it. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all the social media links, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.